right, Tyler Perry fans, this is going to encompass pretty much all the shows because looking at numerous comments on my Facebook groups, videos, Instagram posts, and everything else in between, the question is, Jeremy, how does Tyler Perry, why does he put so much vulgar stuff in these shows? It's like, Kyle and Donald, we ain't need to see that, and so and so having sex, and that was just like, why are they? No, that's just way too much. And how I feel is, as a viewer, just like everyone else, for everyone who is newer to the channel, just know that I am a fan. I am not an affiliate of OWN, BET Plus, Tyler Perry Studios. I'm just a fan of these shows. I just do videos talking about them on YouTube, just to put that disclaimer out there. Hence why I pretty much speak freely in regards to episode discussions and whatnot. Like, this episode was bad, but I'll tell you why instead of just ranting. Now, here's my attitude with it. There are some things in these shows I don't care to see. I'm going to be completely honest here, but here's my thing. Instead of posting about it or causing an outrage, you want to know what I do? I just turn my head. Like when Ruth was being seated by the 7 rings in that episode of Ruthless, I turned my head. Personally, I don't like to see nudity. It reminds me of I don't watch American Dad that much, but there was one episode with The Weeknd on it recently, and when I saw that episode, I was dying laughing because it was so funny. There's just one particular line of a song he sang in the episode that pretty much sums up my personal life, and let me see if I can put it in the video. Hopefully it doesn't get demonetized, because I swear it's only like 8 seconds long, but here we go.
I never watched porn, never did drugs, cause I'm terrified.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, don't drink either. But here's my thing. When it comes to scenes like this, because I told this story before sometimes, because people ask, I know there's a question you don't really ask someone, have you ever watched porn? But the only time I remember even seeing it was when I watched Purple Rain as a kid, and Apollonia took off her clothes to jump into the waters. You need to purify yourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. And it's like, what are those? And that's the only time I'll remember going, And then as I got older, on the internet, pop-up ads were everywhere, vulgar ones. So it felt like terrible. I'm trying to go to DragonBallZ.com back in the day to look at anime stuff. And then that kind of crap would just pop up everywhere. And no, I've just never had the urge to look at it. So don't get me wrong. When certain episodes of like The Oval or Ruthless or or whatever show, I'm not going to lie, there are times where I'm completely caught off guard because I didn't see it coming. Episode 1 of Bruh, when Mike and Pam are getting out of bed, I ain't know she was going to be naked. I was like, like Scooby-Doo. So yeah, I just turned my head. And then she got dressed, and I turned my head back. Donald and Kyle going at it last week. When Kyle just grabbed Donald's head and started kissing him, turned my head, just started taking notes. Guess what? It's gotten to the point where, how can we be mad at Tyler Perry when there are other filmmakers and TV producers out there doing other, if not even more vulgar things with their characters in movies and shows? So I'm not going to throw stones at Tyler Perry's house when there are other producers and all who I watch their projects where maybe the stuff I watch doesn't have that kind of stuff in there, but they still work on that stuff. I think for me personally, when I look at people's criticism, I think it comes from Tyler Perry, saying how much of a Christian he is, yet he makes these kinds of scenes in his work. Like, I remember when he spoke at Joel Osteen's church. I know I probably said it, Joel Osteen's church, and he talked about his Christianity and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like, you do make a lot of things that kind of promote the non-Christian way of living, from drug use to, and some people, really do harping on the homosexuality stuff. So I kind of see both sides of the argument to an extent. But guess what? And I've said this analogy before in some videos. If you don't like it, you ain't gotta watch. Like I said, I personally just turn my head, minimize the screen, wait until the scene's over, then I jump back into the episode. That's personally how, like, I'm not a fan of blood and gore. Like, there are a lot of things in these shows where I want to be completely honest with you. I don't think I've ever said this. When it comes to Ruthless, more often than not, I will watch the show on minimize. And I'll, like, hover my mouse over the episode so I can see the scenes. And if there's something like bloody or whatever coming up, like in the beginning of this week's episode, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a death. I'm not going to physically watch it because I cannot stand watching that kind of stuff. So I will listen to a certain degree, and then, I'll jump back into the episode. So when it comes to sex scenes, homosexual scenes, death, extreme violence, any kind of, anything I personally feel is vulgar, I just don't watch. So I'm not going to sit up here and say, does Tyler Perry put too much of his stuff in his shows? Because guess what? I can choose whether or not I watch. Just like the analogy I mentioned a bit ago, I was going to bring up going to a fast food joint. It's like, I remember as a kid seeing Good Morning America, this story of a family who wanted to sue McDonald's because they were extremely obese, because I think they lived like right across the street from McDonald's and they ate there every day, and they wanted to sue because of their health. No one is making you eat there. Like, you can have the option to, kind of like me and DoorDash. Like DoorDash, it's like and not to mention the street I'm on, restaurants like right up the road. Like, heck, they're even building a Chick-fil-A not even 60 seconds from my apartment. But will I still DoorDash? Most likely. but it's just the fact that you choose. I mean, heck, I was about to watch Captain America Civil War later on today. I love that. One of my top 3 Marvel films. It's like when Tony was like, yeah, that's good. Agendas are good. When I found out what my weapons were really used for, I decided to shut it down. And then Steve was like, Tony, you made that choice. If we sign these papers, we're giving up our right to choose. But guess what? Me signing up for a BET Plus subscription, yeah, I decided to subscribe. But guess what? I can choose to cancel it. I can choose not to watch bruh. I cannot watch Ruthless, even though I don't know why I would do that, because those are the main shows I purchased BET Plus for. So I know this video probably isn't what people expected, because I know some people love to, man, Jeremy's going to do a breakdown. He's going to talk about a bunch of scene stuff like Justin and Jeffrey. No, the one controversial video on my channel was the Justin and Jeffrey one I did back in the day about, was this scene too much of those two having sex? This was like my first video talking about this particular subject, and I don't like the video because I was walking on eggshells the entire time. But the video itself has damn near 100,000 hits, so I can't delete it because, well, that's money. But at the same time, it's like, my thing is, for me, and if I were to say my biggest problem with some scenes like this in Tyler Perry work, it's because those scenes add nothing to the story. I feel like in some cases, sexual scenes are only there just because, oh, sex. Ugh. Okay, I know that was an awkward noise to me. I don't even know why I did that. I apologize for that. I just feel like sometimes the scenes are there without context. For example, like Madison and Jeffrey, I don't mind them together at all. I'm like, you know what? But I say this about a lot of couples in these shows. Most of the time, I feel like a certain character or characters don't need to be in a relationship. They just need a good friend or somebody to confide in instead of rushing into something. Madison is becoming incredibly unlikable on the haves and have-nots when he was one of the few newer characters who I really like. Wow, in less than 3 minutes, we got an established connection between Jeffrey and Madison from when they went to school together, and he flows into the story and fits in there nicely. But now all of a sudden he's becoming, well, not the Madison we knew. So I feel like when it comes down to it, Justin and Jeffrey, Justin's just annoying as hell. Like, it isn't even about, him trying to be with Jeffrey and their scenes together. It's just, I just wish he would get killed off, because I really see no point in his character anymore. But when it comes to shows like BET, I feel like, especially on BET Plus, the shackles are off. Tyler Perry can do stuff on those networks he couldn't do on the OWN network or TBS. So I feel like that's probably why we're seeing more extreme scenes in Tyler Perry works like The Oval or or ruthless or bruh or to an extent sisters. So that's just my opinion. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and preach because that's not my position. Even though I have the degrees to do it, I just have not been ordained. But no, I just feel like it's your choice, and that's all I have to say about it. And I'm not going to sit up here and say he's doing too much. I'm just going to say if there's a scene I don't feel comfortable watching or I don't feel like I should watch, I just turn my head. That's all I do. So I don't know what you do. I don't know if you watch it to get angry. I just choose not to watch. And then I go about the episode when it's done, write down my notes, finish them up, and then I do my videos and I move on to the next one. So that's all I got to say. But let me know what you think in the comments section below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. Also, if you haven't done so already, hey, join the Patreon for as little as $1 a month for content on there that you won't see here on YouTube. Yes, I know I'm kind of behind, but this week, after my mini vacation at home for Memorial Day weekend, I'm blitzing through videos. And let's see here, looking at my list here, because I've recorded 4 bruh videos. I'll get those up, either today or tomorrow. Honestly, I think I've done all my If Loving You Is Wrong videos. I posted, was it 5? Like the episode review, the trailer breakdown, and then like 3 discussion videos. There isn't much to talk about because this episode this week was kind of dry, to be honest. So this week is definitely basically the rest of the month. The rest of the month is me cleaning up house, like pushing out videos. I got a bunch of mobile videos to get done. Crap. And there's a new episode tonight. And then from there, I will get Patreon stuff posted and then do eBay as well. So it's going to be a busy week, productive. But hey, it's good to be back. So let me know your thoughts on everything, and I'll talk to you all later.